Hello, my paper crafting friends. This is Dawn with Dawn's Creative Chalet, and I'm hoping that I'm in the right spot. Double check. Hopefully, I am. Yay! I was panicking there for a second. So I don't need to hear myself. That was a bad echo. So welcome, everybody. Happy Wednesday. It's the 23rd of March, 2022, and I'm doing something completely outside of my comfort zone. Actually, I had a chance to prep a little bit. But if you're joining in tonight, this is not a typical Facebook Live that I've done in the past. What we're going to do tonight is go through a list of last chance items that are in our annual catalog. So once again, my name is Dawn Bourgette, and you're right here with Dawn's Creative Chalet, and I'm glad that you're joining me. Hey Nancy, hi. So what we're going to do is go through this beautiful book. So first of all, I have an email special going on, just to let you know. So if you are part of my emails, you've already received 2 today on this. And the reason being, I became very savvy tonight and I learned how to add a PDF file in my Constant Contact. And you're like, yeah, okay. It was like a big step. I was so impressed with myself. So I just sent another email to remind everybody about hopping on here live if they'd like to join in, and also about the sale that I'm gonna do. It's a little special. So the special starts today. It runs through the 31st of this month. And if you place an order of $50 or more before shipping and tax, I'm going to send you 4 handmade cards by me, along with a free embellishment. And I have a host code for it. Make sure you use the host code. If you're not familiar with using the host code, just give me a call and I will place your order for you. And my number, let me hold it like this so you can see it. My number is there as well. Whoopsie. Oh my goodness. I promise I'm only drinking coffee. Not even coffee, it's actually pink drink. So anyway, if by chance you spend $150 or more, do not use the host code and keep the host rewards or the Stampin' rewards for yourself, okay? And I'll show this again later. But I'm going to place that right here. It may get covered. We don't know. We may get a little crazy here. You know, it's going to be wild, you guys. Also, this is the catalog right here that we're going to go through. Whoops, you can't even see it. See? We'll just go ahead. We'll place that there. If you get my email, you're going to see all that information anyway. So you're going to need your annual catalog. I decided to take a new book because I got a whole bunch of these. And I've already gone through the list. And I'm glad I did in advance because there's a few tricky things on there that I was like, and I had to double check myself. So along with your catalog, you're going to need something yummy to drink. I prefer Starbucks pink drink. And no, they're not sponsoring this. You'll want a pen or a Sharpie or a highlighter. And you're also going to want some snacks. I prefer Dove chocolates. And these little guys, oh my gosh, I found a new hidden gem. I was at Walgreens the other day, and I found these really yummy Dove chocolates that have waffle cone bits in them. OMG, if you guys are chocolate lovers, you have to try these. Now last year they had some lemon, so they weren't even really chocolate. They were like a white chocolate that were like a lemon flavor. Oh, those were so good, but I haven't found those yet. So I love my Dove. Like, what can I say? I always have chocolate in my stamp room. That's probably why I'm not very skinny mini. Okay, so you are so welcome. So first of all, For some reason, I have discovered that on my business page, and that's where you are right now, on my business page, it doesn't allow me to post a PDF file. Really weird. I can share a link to a PDF file, but it won't let me share a PDF file. That's why, even my team members, who I have a couple of them here, that's why I decided to send another email tonight to one, remind you to come on over and join us. The list is really daunting. Like, look at the print on this puppy. We need x-ray eyes to read this, right? So a wonderful demonstrator made the print larger and eliminated some of the gobbledygook that we don't need. And I've also put a link, like I said, in the newest email that you should have received. And it's going to be a larger type for you to read and print. So if you receive my emails, check in there and you're going to see a second button and it's going to say the large print version. And I've sent it to my team as well as all of my email subscribers. So hello to Nancy, hello to Evelyn, hey Kristen, and hey Nancy with a Y. Oh my gosh, you guys, I'm so glad that you're here. So I figured this would be a lot easier, right? You guys don't want to spend all the time reading this. It's tiny. So what I actually did, because I have bad eyes, I went ahead, first of all, if you guys have an iPad, did you know that you can download PDF files to your iPad? I don't know if you can with a Kindle, but what I love is look at how big I can make it. So that's just another helpful tip for you. I also download all of my catalogs to this as well. Okay, so that's, like I said, just a helpful little tip that I personally love. Now, there's a couple of things that I also want to talk to you guys about this list before we get started in highlighting like a mad, crazy person. First of all, the reason why you're going to want to shop this list fast and furiously. First of all, shipping is increasing in price starting April 1st. So the $6.95 that we've been used to for a flat rate up to $69.95 in product is going up $1 full to $7.95 and then 11% instead of 10% thereafter. Okay, so if you can shop by the end of this month, one, you'll take advantage of my email special, and two, you'll save a little bit on the shipping. Okay, now with that being said, some of the catalog items are increasing in price with the new catalog. So if you need paper in general, cardstock, we'll talk about that in a second. But anyway, I just know in general, they've already let us know at Stampin' Up! That we're going to see increase in prices of products into our new catalogs. So that's another reason why you want to shop. The last one, well, actually not the last one, but the last chance list is while supplies last. And some of it is on discount, and those items are going to go quick. So if they've been on your wish list and you've been wanting them, grab them up now. Like, don't even think about it. Just put them in your cart, get it going. And lastly, I want to explain something else to you. If you are not already a demonstrator, you may want to go ahead and do so and put some of these items into a starter kit. And the reason why I say that is, I don't know if you guys have been looking, I've been posting the new in colors, and starting April 1st, all demonstrators are able to order selected items out of our new annual catalog, whereas everybody else is not able to order out of it until May 3rd, I believe. So with that being said, what you could also do too, if you have a really long list, after putting some of this stuff into your into a starter kit, you can also, for those on my team, for an example, as demonstrators, the products that you're going to see that are on sale, we get our demonstrator discount on top of the discounted price for everybody else. So if you're wanting a really good discount, you may want to think about joining our team. Just saying. So you'd want to go to dawnscreativechalet.stampinup.net. But yeah, I mean, you can't beat it, right? And we have, like I said, our new annual catalog is coming up. You'll be able to get the products firsthand along with your discount. And then into July, we have a holiday book. So it's just a whole lot of good stuff that you don't want to miss out on. And so I just wanted to run those tidbits by you. Okay, are you guys all ready? Now, if you need to, once in a while, you know, do a little stretch, this and that. If I go too fast, let me know. Make sure you have your highlighter ready or your pen. Speaking of pens, check this out. I'm all professional and all fancy pants here. Isn't that cool? Anyway, I used a highlighter. Sometimes I use a Sharpie. And like I said, I used a book that I had not marked in previously. So all the orange markings that you see in here are things that are retired. So another hint for you guys, what I did is I started from the back of the list and moved forward. And the reason being, for some reason, it's really goofy, but with this list, there are a couple, I think, I know of one for sure, where the stamp set is carrying over, but the dies are not. Now, I don't know the reason for it, but I decided after I started from the front and it looked a little goofy to me and I was like, this doesn't look quite right. I decided to start from the back of the book. But since I think I cleared all that up and I double and triple checked myself, we're going to start from the front of the book. Okay? But like I said, with these lists, it's really tricky sometimes. For sure. Okay. Hey, I see a Sally there. Hello, Sally. You guys ready? I hope I didn't, I tried to get it so you could really see it, but I think I might have like really zoomed in too much. So I don't know if I can zoom this out without messing myself up. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to keep it just like that. I'm afraid I'm going to mess it up. And then we'll really be, I'll be all freaked out. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and start from the front. And on page 10, like I said, this might take a little while, you guys, so be patient. If you get tired and you want to come back later, this is going to stick here. It's going to be a replay. And I'm also going to post it on YouTube. Because I think a lot of people, it's like, I don't know, it's just, it's daunting to look at that list. You know, this is really driving me nuts. Forgive me, close your eyes if you get seasick. I'm going to try something. Just a minute. And it's not going to let me do it. Okay. All right, we'll deal. We'll deal. Okay. Okay, so on page 10 here, this stamp set is going to be staying. And the dies, and I double checked myself, I keep questioning myself though, are retiring. So that's staying, that's retiring, which I found really odd. And of course, the whole suite will not be available. Okay? All right. Then we go to page number 12. And let's see here, Seascape. And the dies are retiring. This one's staying. I guess I'll point out more of what's retiring. How's that? Otherwise, we'll be here all night. Page 14, A Wish for Everything is going. As well as on page 15, both the stamp set and the dies. Let me know if I'm going too fast, you guys, okay? All right. The next two pages were good. I'm so happy. I love my sunflower, and I know Evelyn's going to laugh at me for that. As we get on to page 19, this stamp set and the dies are retiring. On to page 20, the Blossom and Bloom stamp set and dies are retiring, as well as on page 21, Timeless Tropical is retiring. And let's see here, on page 22, Garden Wishes is retiring. Now here's where it gets a little tricky, because even though this was on the list, and let me show you if I can find my list, on the very last page of the list, aha, it ran away from me. On the very last page, what you have to look at are the little tiny fine prints here. I know, right? So if there's asterisks, there's a reason why as you look over onto this part of your list, okay? So with that being said, this is going to carry over, both the stamp set and the dies, but usually when they carry over into the next catalog, they do not offer the 10% off for the bundle price. They usually only do that once when it's put into the catalog for its first appearance. Does that make sense? I don't know how else to say that. So anyway, so this is going to be carrying over, but it will not have the bundle price in the next catalog, okay? So don't mark it as retired, even though it's on the list. I was happy to see these two stay because I love this particular set right here. I love the sentiments in it. It's awesome. This, I'm surprised, is staying. Okay, next page, on to 26, page 26. Enjoy the Moment is retiring. This bundle is not going to be a bundle later, kind of like the last that we just talked about, and it's going to carry over. So do not mark that as retired, even though it's on the list. All right, we go on to page 28 and 29. Once again, these are carrying over. They're just not going to have the bundle price. So yay, they're staying, but everything else is going. The paper is going to retire. All right, this set on page 30 in Bloom is retiring, along with on page 31, Lighthearted Lines, along with, this one bums me out. This one has history with me. Dress to Impress. This particular set I presented at an onstage event in Michigan. So I think this is one I'm going to be keeping. Even though it's going away, I'm going to keep it. Okay, page 32. Sweet Ice Cream is retiring, along with Measure of Love. Am I going okay, you guys, or too fast? Let me know. And then also on page 33, we have Brew Some Fun. That is retiring as well. On the next page, goodness sakes, I'm getting hoarse already, and we're not even halfway through the catalog. Page 34, What's Cooking and the Dies are both retiring. And then on the next page, that one is staying. This one I'm kind of bummed about. I love this one. I love the big, bold fonts. It's retiring, and that's Create with Friends. And then on the following page, on 37, Daisy Lane is retiring. All right, next page. How are those highlighters doing, you guys? Next page, on 38, the Timeless Tulips are going to retire, along with Sunny Sentiments And on the following page, on 39, Sharing Sunshine is also retiring. On page 40, we have Best Chapter is retiring, along with Make It Happen. And then on the following page, on 41, Bunches of Fun is retiring as well. On the next page, page 42, both of those stamp sets are retiring. And then on the next page, 43, the strawberries are retiring, and so will the punch, I'm sorry. So the strawberry set and the strawberry punch are both going away. All right, on page 44, we got the wild stuff. So both the stamp set and the dies for Wildcats is retiring. And of course, the suite will not be available. And on the next page, page 46, A Good Man is retiring. And on the next page, the Hats Off and the dies are both retiring. On the next page, page 48, Path to Greatness is retiring. The other two are staying. Page 50, both sets are retiring. And that is After the Storm and Handsomely Suited. And then on the following page, on page 51, we have Sailing Home. That is retiring. All right. Next page, page 52, the Inspiring Thoughts and the dies are both retiring. And then on page 53, Nature's Beauty is retiring. Next page, page 54, we have the Pampered Pets is retiring. And then on the following page, on page 55, we have the Wildly Adorable Baby set is also retiring. On the next page, on page 56, the Turtle Friends and the Turtle Punch are both retiring. That's so darn cute. I made a few baby cards with that set. On the following page, the Stellar Birthday is retiring, but this die, I forgot what it's called here. The, oh shoot. Give It a Whirl. That's it. Give It a Whirl. That is staying. I'm pretty sure it's staying. I gotta double check as we get into the back of the book, but this stamp set is retiring. Okay, next page. The Pirates and Mermaids are retiring. And then on the following page, on page 59, the baby set, All for Baby, and the dies are both retiring. I almost feel kind of like I'm like announcing bingo or something. Bingo! All right, next page. Page 61. By the way, I love bingo. You guys like bingo? I'm in the mood to play some bingo. Page 61, the Peachy set, Sweet as a Peach, is retiring along with the dies. They're both retiring. And on the following page, on page 62, the Hippo set, the Hippo Happiness, is retiring. By the way, I'm happy that this one is staying. I really like this set. You guys know, big and bold. I love it because it takes up a lot of real estate on a card. Okay, page 64, the goat set. Way to Goat is retiring. Poor goats. Along with these two sets on the following page, on page 65, which is from All of Us, and Hey Birthday Chick. This one has had a good run. So, yeah. Chicks are going bye-bye. And then on page 66, Happiest of Birthdays is retiring. I'm surprised this one's staying. But, yeah, that one is going to stay. And then on to page 68, 69. So this stamp set, the Elegantly Said, is retiring, along with this punch. I don't know, I never really got into that punch, but the punch is retiring as well. And then the next page, page 70, this stamp set right here, the Encircled in Friendship and the dies are both retiring. How you guys doing so far? Give me like a thumbs up or something. Any that you guys are bummed about that are leaving? I see somebody outside my window who's making faces at me who's who also has 2 dogs roaming around. Very distracting. Good grief. Okay, don't look out the window, Dawn. Okay, page 73. Oh my word. I tell you, sometimes it's like a jungle here. If you guys could only see. Oh dear. Okay, page 73. Forever Blossoms is retiring, along with Prized Peony is also retiring. On the next page, page 74, Always in My Heart is retiring. And let's see, page 76, Positive Thoughts is retiring, along with Forever Grapevine, and then the dies for that set are also retiring. Another stamp set that's retiring is on page 77. The Ornate Thanks is going away. Now the set Flowers of Friendship. This is carrying over, but once again, it's had a 10% discount as a bundle. So it's going to carry over. It just won't have that 10% as a bundle. So this one is actually staying, even though it was on the list. On the following page, on page 79, Beautiful Moments is retiring. Nancy T says, sad that Sailing Home is retiring. Yeah, that's been a good set. I have to agree with you there, Nancy, for sure. I like that set. Okay, on page 81, the stamp set and the dies, this again, is going to carry over into the new annual catalog. It's just not going to have the 10% off. So it's on the list, but it's not retiring. Both the stamp set and dies are staying. And let's see here. Those are all staying. On page 84, Sweet Farewell, and right by, was it right behind you? I was going to say right by your side. No. So Sweet Farewell and Right Behind You are both retiring, along with Back on Your Feet. Is Free as a Bird going? Did I miss that? Whoa, Nancy, thank you. Oh, yes, I'm sorry. And I had it highlighted too. Jeez, thank you. Someone's got to keep me on my toes. Okay, I need to like take a drink. Good stuff. Pink drink. Starbucks. Okay, yes. Thank you, Nancy. Freeze a Bird is retiring. I kind of thought that was kind of weird. I'm thinking, all of that's, yeah, I'm looking right at it. You can tell I'm already getting tired tonight. Okay, and then we have these three. Okay, we're back on track. Page 86. We have both Badger Besties. I forgot we even had this set, to tell you the truth. Isn't it terrible? That's the thing with getting these mini catalogs that overlap all the time with our annual. I miss a lot in the big book. Also, Senior Years is retiring. They're retiring, literally. And then this set, I'm happy it's staying. I love it, and I love the dies that go with it. So I was happy to see that stay. And then we're getting into a little bit of the Christmas stuff. And both the stamp set and the dies with tidings and trimmings is retiring. On page 90, both of those are retiring. So it's both the festive foliage and also the snowflake wishes are retiring. Along with, on the following page on, let's see here, on 91, now this is a little tricky too. I had to check myself twice on this. So the Evergreen Elegance stamp set is retiring, but the punch is going to stay. Okay. And then on the next page, page 92, Poinsettia Petals is retiring, along with the Snowman Season. He's been around for a while. I used him a lot. And also the Perfectly Plaid stamp set is retiring. Next page, page 94. That both the stamp set and the dies are retiring, and that's the Season's Blessings. And then on the following page, on page 95, Banner Year is retiring. Into the next page, page 96, 97. Oh, I love this stuff. It was so pretty to work with. Both the stamp set and the dies will carry over, but they're just not going to have the bundle price. So once again, even though it's on the list, it's not going anywhere. It's just not going to have that 10% discount. On the following page, on page 98, same thing. This stamp set and die set are going to carry over. They're just not going to have the bundle price anymore. And then on page 99, All Things Fabulous is going to retire. On page 100, Henna Hearts is retiring. And on page 101, the Very Versal, is that how you pronounce that? That one is retiring. And then on the following page, page 102, we have To the Moon is retiring. Along with, on the opposite page, Best Year is also retiring. Then we get into hand-penned. So the hand-penned stamp set and dies are going to carry over. They're just not going to have the bundle price. On the following page, the butterflies, which I was happy to see these stay because I love the dies. They're beautiful. So the Butterfly Brilliance, even though it's on the list, once again, it's going to carry over, just not have that bundle price any longer. And let's see here, on page 108, we have Birds in Branches. They're retiring, along with Hand-Drawn Blooms. That's retiring as well. And then on page 109, the Hydrangea Haven stamp set and dies, they will be carrying over into the new annual catalog, but they're just not going to have that 10% price. So for any of you who see something like this and it has the bundle price, if it's not already on sale with our Savings and Bloom sale that's happening, grab it, because otherwise, you know, it's going to be into the new catalog, but then you won't save that little bit, which I'm all about saving a little bit more so I can buy a little bit more. I know my logic's kind of messed up, but hey. This stamp set right here, once again, is called Quiet Meadow on page 110, and it's going to carry over, just not have the bundle price carryover. On the following page, this set, Tasteful Touches, is going to retire. I really love the dies. And as we get into the dies, this is one of the sets that's retiring, and it makes me so sad. It's like all of our dies that have had the stitching around them seems like they're going away, and I'm just grieving a little. I'll be okay eventually, but I am so bummed. Okay, on page 113, the Sweet Symmetry, both the stamp set and the dies are retiring. And then on the next page, on page 114, the Batik Boutique, I don't know, whatever. Okay, anyway, that's both retiring. The stamp set and the dies are retiring. And then on the following page, on page 115, the Love of Leaves is retiring, along with Queen Anne's Lace. That is also retiring. On page 116, both the stamp set and the dies are retiring in Art in Bloom. And then on the opposite page, page 117, the All Squared Away, both the stamp set and the dies are retiring. Then we have the background stamps. This one I'm really bummed that it's retiring. The Birch. I love this one. So he may be put in my gotta have it, gotta keep it stash. Along with Wild Roses. That one is also retiring. And then the Angel stamp set called Handmade for You. That one's retiring. But don't fret, because I believe that they're going to have something that comes up that's going to replace that. And no, I have not peeked at the new catalog yet. Just saying. I told myself I couldn't look at the new catalog until I did my work first. So after we're done here, then I'm going to go ahead and dive into the new catalog. So once again, for those of you who aren't a demonstrator, be a good time to join us. Okay, as far as colors that are retiring, of course, I've been talking about this for about a month, I think at least. So anything with Cinnamon Cider, Just Jade, Bumblebee, Magenta Madness, or Misty Moonlight, everything with those 5 colors are retiring. But I do love the new 5 that are going to be taking their place. They're beautiful, absolutely beautiful. So anyway, if there's anything here that you love, I know there are some things that are on low inventory, so grab them up fast. ASAP, A-S-A-P. Okay, on page 125, the display rack is retiring. So if anybody wants to grab one of those to have like in your stamp room to decorate it up a little bit, grab that puppy up. Also on page 126, once again for the in colors. So anything in color right there along that whole grid is retiring. On the following page, on page 127, the top 3 here are retiring. So these 3 pictures where I put the X's, it is the What a Year Memories and More cardstock pack, the hand pin Memories and More cardstock pack, and the hand pin Memories and More cards and envelopes. All right, next page, on page 128, the Decorative Masks, both sets, are retiring. So that's these right here and these right there, okay? And then also the Stampin' Write marker is retiring. What else was there? I guess that was it. Oh, yeah. Oh, the shimmery crystal effects. That stuff's cool. I'm bummed that it's going. And then everything on this page is staying on page 129. Then we get into the DSP, and this is kind of a given. Basically, on both pages, on pages 130 and 131, retiring. All of it's retiring. And then as we get into page 132 and 133, all of those packs of beautiful paper are retiring. I'll give you guys a second in case you're highlighting. I don't want to go too fast. Give you a couple seconds. So who's kind of surprised about some of the stuff that is retiring? I'll take a break here for a second, let you guys type. I know that there's a little bit of a delay, and I might not be seeing all your comments either. Facebook is so quirky. I don't know, I tell you. Okay, everybody caught up to speed? All right, next page. Goodness sakes, I'm losing my voice. Page 134. All of the paper here is being retired. Even the set of in colors that would be carrying over, because they normally replace these with new patterns in the paper on the 6x6. So all of it on this page, page 134, is retiring. And then as we move over to page 135, we have the, let's see here, the rainbow glimmer paper, the ombre paper, which is this right here, the square doilies, the vellum square doilies, and then, let's see here, what else? The in color shimmer paper, which is this right here, and then the hydrangea hill mercury glass, which is this stuff on the bottom of the page here. Okay, I hope my head was in the picture there. I'm getting a glare from my light, which I need, but it's really acting funky against the page when I'm trying to read it. Okay, over on page 137, we have a few things retiring here. We have number 1, I'll just list them as numbers. Number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5, 6, and 7, and number 9. I'm surprised. I love our packaging. I love to do little gifty things with our packaging. One thing that I would definitely grab up, although I have, I think, like 4 packages of them, but the acetate card holders make great gifts to put cards and envelopes into, and they'll fit our A2 size cards. I'm gonna miss those. I'm glad I have a few packs of those. I don't think I'll be getting rid of them. But anyway, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 9. Right? Yeah. Okay. Next page. On to ribbon. So this kind of go by what I've highlighted here. Okay. So the purple ribbon, called purple, gorgeous grape. Also the petal pink, the black glittery, which I have loved for Halloween especially. I've used that a lot. Also the just jade that has the gold fleck. The Flirty Flamingo that has the gold in it is also retiring. This is beautiful gold ribbon. That's retiring. And let's see. I am super impressed that this is not retiring. This is the yin colors that are staying. I love this ribbon. It's so easy to work with. So I was very happy to see that they're keeping that. The Evergreen ribbon is retiring along with the Smoky Slate thicker ribbon. And then this, it almost reminds me of tie-dye, kind of, sort of. That is retiring as well. Okay, everybody caught up to speed on the ribbon? Here we go, next page. More ribbon. Okay, so on the top row, the third and fourth. So the red and then the Highland Heather, those two are retiring. And then the, what is that, Mint Macaron, the velvet ribbon is retiring. Then the other last two, the black, is that black? No, early espresso. So this ribbon right here, the pale papaya and the bumblebee, I love this stuff. I'm bummed that it's going, but I'm really happy because the, well, I better not say it. No, is it in here? I'm not going to say anything. Never mind. Okay. All right. With that being said, everything on the third row except for the last one, the lace ribbon is retiring. And then the first and last on the bottom row is retiring. So the Playful Pets and the flower for every reason or season, that pack is retiring. Okay, embellishments. Woo woo! We're getting down there, you guys. So these are retiring. The paper lattice, along with the Expressions in Ink Firma pack, and the bumblebee trinkets are also retiring. I'm bummed. I love the bumblebees. Okay, we're getting to the good stuff here. More embellishments. I'm going to see if we can get this straight a little bit better here so you guys can... there we go, kind of, sort of. Okay, I'm going to list them off as numbers down below. And then what I did is I just did a visual for myself because I hate the list down below. I'm more visual. I like the picture. So I just made X's as well on what is retiring. And I thought that would help my customers out as well for a visual. But number 1, number 3, number 4, number 6, number 8, number 11, and number 12 are all retiring. On the next page, page 143, number 3, number 5, number 6, number 10, and number 11 are all retiring. All the Stamparatus goodies are staying. Okay, you guys ready for punches? We're getting down there. We're on the home stretch. Everybody doing good so far? Make you all get up and do some jumping jacks. Okay, so on page 147, the Elegant Tag Punch is retiring. On page 148, the Symmetrical Sprig Border Punch is retiring, along with the strawberry and the turtle. On the next page, the 2 in the middle, the tag punches. Gosh, I hate that glare. Fancy Tag and the Delightful Tag punches are retiring, along with the ice cream cone, the Snowman Builder punch, and also the Treasured Tags punch, which is on the bottom. Let me scoot that up a little bit so you guys can see it. So the one in the middle on the bottom is also retiring. And on the following page, on page 150, the Tree Punch, the Elegant, is that, yeah, no, the Everyday, sorry about that, Everyday label, the Tree Punch, the Cat Punch, the Daisy Punch, the Sprig, and then the Detailed Trio Punch is retiring. Everybody get those? All right, let's see, getting down there. Embossing folders. I love these. I love embossing folders. I love texture. Okay, so the animal print is retiring along with Bark 3D, the checks and dots. Second row, the dandelion, dots or dotty and hearts, evergreen forest, greenery. On the following page, on 155, the hammered, macrame, magnolia, meadow moments, ornate floral, the flourish one, and let's see, tasteful textures on the bottom, all retiring. And then what I went ahead and did here with the die bundles, because like I said, there was a couple that I caught onto that, you know, the stamp set is carrying over, but not the dies, which I still can't figure that out. I'm like, was that a typo? So I went ahead in the back of the book as well, and I just marked these as retired. And as far as the dies go, so that's when I decided, you know what, I'm going to start from the back of the book and then move forward. So I did it just the opposite, just to make sure that I knew exactly what dies were carrying over and which ones were not. So if you guys want to mark them, feel free. I'll just kind of flip through the pages here. It's like I said, to double check myself as well, so I wasn't giving misinformation. So on page 157, all three of these die sets, the dies, are retiring. And then again, on the next page, on the first row, we have the second and the third. These two die sets are retiring. And then in the second row, the first set is retiring. And that is the mini layered blossom dies. And then on the following page, we have the Encircled in Beauty, along with Grapevine. And then the second row, we have Hats Off. So those are going bye-bye. And then on page 160, the Inspiring Canopy dies are retiring on the first row. Second row, the last two, which are the Sea Life and the Seasonal Basket. Those two. On the next page, we have the Hugs dies, along with the Peach dies and the Christmas Trimmings dies. So all three on that top row, along with all three on the bottom row. And then as far as the not bundled dies, if you want to go through, I'll go through these with you too. So the All Dressed Up, the Birthday Chick, the Dandy Wishes, Banner Blooms, Birds and More, Cherry Blossom, Fabulous Florals. On the next page, we have Flower Market and Iconic, and then also the Floral Heart. Whoops, I'm cutting that off there, aren't I? Sorry about that. So the floral heart on the top there, top right, along with, and these I am super bummed about. I didn't care for the stamp set, but the Hippo and Friends dies, like I have used these so much. I'm grieving over those. I'm really bummed. Also, the In the Tropics are going away. The next page, we have the Messages dies, the Ornate Frames, and the Pets dies, along with Nature's Thoughts, Ornate Layers, Peony dies. Okay, and then the next page, on page 165, we have the Pierced Blooms, which I keep cutting off the top there. I'm sorry, you guys. That's what happened when I zoomed in too much. Also, the Poinsettia dies, the So Many Snowflakes, and the Stitched Leaves dies. Oh my gosh, I use those a lot in the fall. I don't know about you guys. I love those. Here's one that I think I'm going to keep because whenever we get an alphabet, like I hoard it. I absolutely hoard it. The Playful Alphabet is retiring along with the Smooth Sailing dies. So bummed. Okay, we got a little bit more to go. All right, so the Stitched So Sweetly dies. Yes, I am super bummed about these. I have used these over and over and over and over. Also the Stitch Rectangles and the Suit and Tie dies. These my team will recognize because, well, wait, no, those are staying. Whew. Okay, good, because I use these all the time for prize patrol and stuff. The warm wraps that go with the little cups, those are retiring as well, along with the Stitched Stars and the Tasteful Label dies. Like I said, I am so bummed that these are retiring. I have used these like over and over and over. Also, the Word Wishes are retiring. All right, let's see. And then in the back, just so everybody knows, anything that was host paper or stamps, all of that is retiring. All right, give yourself an applause. Yay! We did it. We made it through the entire annual catalog, and it's only, gosh, we did that in an hour. I thought for sure it would be like 2 hours we'd be going through this. I'm so happy. That's very exciting. So anyway, I hope that helped you guys out a little bit. And like I said, in the group, which is Dawn's Creative Chalet Community, you'll find a large print list. For my teammates who are here, I've also posted that large print list in our group. For all of you that receive my email, including my teamies, I've sent the large print list there as well. And I even tested it and it works. So that's a good thing. Gosh, what else was I going to tell you? I guess that's pretty much, yeah, that's kind of everything that I wanted to cover tonight. Once again, if there's anybody that would like to place an order and you'd like to take a hold of the special that I'm doing with the handmade cards and the free embellishment, you need to use the host code. Now, if you don't use it if you're spending at least $150. You'll want to keep those for yourself, and I will still send you the cards and the free embellishment for sure. But anyway, I hope this helped out a lot. I know for me, it's like pulling teeth when I get this list, and I'm in happy mode because of a new catalog, but at the same time, it just, I don't know, it's daunting to me. So I hope that this helped, and I am so happy that you guys hung out with me to go through the list. Thanks, Nancy, for recognizing that one that I almost skipped over, that one stamp set. If you guys have any questions on anything, feel free to reach out to me, okay? But otherwise, gosh, have a great night. And for those of you who can peek at the new catalog, make sure to continue with your beverage and absorb the new catalog. I can't wait. I'm really, really excited to do that next. You guys have a really good night, and I will see you Sunday for my regular creative Sunday Crafternoon with Dawn. Thanks so much, you guys. Have a really good night. Bye-bye.